The increasing cost of education, many young people will be wondering if going to university is actually worth it for them. Additionally, people who've been in their career for maybe quite some time will be considering upskilling. So how important is a university education really? How important is that MBA? Careers expert Laurel McLeay joins me now. Laurel, good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
Okay, let's start by talking about people that are just entering the workforce, or the young people, they haven't had their first job yet. How important is that university education, really?
Really, it depends on what they're doing. So if you think about things like accounting, finance, health and science, of course that's important. And from a commercial point of view, graduates generally earn 67% more than those who haven't gone to university. But it actually does depend exactly on what you do, because sometimes you'll go and do a university degree and it's not going to increase their job chances measurably.
But it has changed their economic situation because they now owe a considerable amount of money because it's expensive. So what you're saying is that it's a two-pronged thing, really. What is it you think you want to be doing, and what course is going to help you in that? So you're saying that you can get a BA, an MBA or something like that in something which is entirely useless?
I wouldn't like to say entirely useless. A lot of employers like the fact that someone's gone to university. It's their application and their ability to learn. But certainly if they'd channeled that money and time into, say, starting up a business, or maybe getting some on-job training. There's 140,000 of us who are in job-related training. Now, that could be more beneficial because you're getting the practical and the theoretical, aren't you?
Okay, so know what you're going to do and then know what you're going to study to make sure that it's worthwhile. So how about for people that are already, and I know a lot of people in this situation, people that are already maybe a couple of decades into their career, and they just think, am I slipping behind? Should I really be getting an MBA? Should I really be studying something else?
Well, that question they should be asking along with a whole lot of other reasons as to why am I not actually getting ahead. And as we've talked about before, often it's those own little voices in their heads that are actually stopping them. I think sometimes people go to university as a kind of avoidance or distraction thing. Oh, I'll just go to university. Whereas actually...
I'm upskilling.
But, you know, when people start getting 2 or 3 or even more degrees, you've got to start wondering what's the actual motivation. Is it just some kind of credibility, I need to do this to make myself feel better?
And again, there you have to be very careful, because there are a lot of, and I hate to use the term charlatans, but there are a lot of charlatans out there. And a good example is, a degree in entrepreneurialism. Can you study entrepreneurial, or are you just born one?
Well, I don't think it's that you're born one, but the best way to learn how to be entrepreneurial is to get out there and start it. And so you think about taking, again, that money and going and doing something. Look, I bet there's beautiful role models who come in and share their expertise in that. But the end of the day, you are in a classroom. You are not out there interacting with the world. There'll be some case studies, etc., but just take the plunge. There's
also that issue, isn't there, that you can overcapitalise your own brand. So you can put another bathroom on because you think you're going to sell the house more easily, but maybe that other bathroom, you'll never get that money back.
And that's definitely the case for something like, say, a PhD. I was actually talking to a girlfriend in the weekend who's done an MBA and a couple of degrees. She's going to go and do a PhD. I think that might definitely be fifth bathroom kind of territory.
Yeah. All right. So it's basically, it's brand you, and you should not waste money on brand you. You should really understand what you've got, what you have to offer, and take the right thing to the marketplace.
Well, you do waste money on brand new, but it's on the right things. There are so many alternatives now with online education and personal development. That's the stuff that's really going to count and get you ahead.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Laurel.
Thank you,
You're
Paul.
so sensible. You're so sensible. Laurel McLeay, careers expert.